What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. I think John Collins is going to be a beast. I think he's going to be a consistent 20 and 10 guy and a perennial all-star. I hope the Atlanta Hawks find a way to keep and the right pieces around them. They can still get it done. Trae Young is a great player. I still think it's too early to say he's not going to be better or at least as good as Luka Doncic. But now that Lloyd Pierce is out, it's time for him to step up. I'm a Georgia boy. I was born and raised here, and I root for all my hometown sports teams. Your home for all things Georgia sports is right here on the Hometown Take. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. Today, I am talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and we are doing a head-to-head debate on this episode of the Hometown Take. I want to know if the Falcons stay at number 4 overall, and we'll get a little bit into some other options in this video as well. But if the Falcons stay at number 4 overall, this is the main question, and I want hashtags to give me your vote in the comments down below. If the Atlanta Falcons stay at number 4 overall, do y'all want them to select Kyle Pitts, or do you want them to select Penei Sewell? That's right, it's Penei versus Pitts in this episode of the Hometown Take. NFL Draft is this month. We're getting closer and closer. It's time to whittle down these options for the Atlanta Falcons and see what's happening, yeah. But before we get right into the video, make sure you guys like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out the first link in my description box below to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel and help fuel the Falcons to a great NFL draft. Also, make sure you check out the second link in my description box below. That is a link to subscribe to the Tough Calls podcast with me and girl Symone with the Sports. Also, check out Symone with the Sports merch as well. Go check out one of her videos, subscribe to her channel, and buy some of that Symone with the Sports merch. It is nice, it's fire, and I got some on the way, period. So, make sure you subscribe to her. Make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you subscribe to Tough Calls, where me and Symone are talking to your favorite former and current athletes, head coaches, reporters, analysts, hosts, all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the Tough Calls podcast on either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Just search Tough Calls in the search box or just click on the link in my description box. That's why I put it there to make it easy for you guys. So make sure you do that as well. All right. Video time. So, I hope you guys are doing well. Also, happy 404 day. Yes, sir. It's ATL day, baby. You know, the Hometown Take had to put out a 404 day video for you guys. So, shout out to all my people born and raised in the city of Atlanta, or just born and raised in the state of Georgia as well. And all the newcomers to the 404 as well. We love to have you guys as well. Shout out to all the ATLians, period. All right, so Penei versus Pitts. What do you guys want? I'm going to throw out some scenarios for y'all, play devil's advocate with myself and all that good stuff. Really just going to weigh the options for the Atlanta Falcons and let me know what you guys think with either a hashtag Penei or a hashtag Pitts. So let's start off with Kyle Pitts. He was on a Zoom call with some scouts and things like that, talking about how the Atlanta Falcons have had multiple Zoom calls with him already, and they plan to have some more Zoom calls with him, more interviews to really further get to know him. And he says he thinks the Falcons are interested. Look, don't look too much into that. Of course, he's going to say that. Of course, as a team, if a team is talking to somebody, they have to be somewhat interested. Otherwise, they wouldn't waste their time. They have a lot of scouts. They have a lot of prospects to look at. If they're not interested, they're not going to talk to you, period. Okay? So if they're talking to any of these prospects, they have to be at least somewhat interested. The Falcons are weighing their options. Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, with the new regime in, they're weighing all their options, seeing what their best bet is for the Atlanta Falcons moving forward. So, of course, he's going to say they think they're interested. They've had multiple Zoom calls with him. We know the Atlanta Falcons are interested in Kyle Pitts. That's not up for debate. That's not up for question. That's just a fact. They're interested in Kyle Pitts. The question, the debate is, should the Atlanta Falcons take Kyle Pitts at number 4? Do you guys, and I'm bringing this up because shout out to Nick Kale. I produce his show most of the time on Saturdays, sometimes Sundays as well. Shout out to Nick Kale if he's watching this video. But he was talking about that if the Atlanta Falcons drafted Kyle Pitts and a running back, whether it's Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, if they drafted basically back-to-back skill players, he wouldn't be rocking with that. He would say that is very old regime-esque. Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff, he would say that is a move they would make in the past. He would say that's not how Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith should do things. He says that if the Atlanta Falcons drafted back-to-back skill players, he would have to rebrand Terry Fontenot as Terry Dimitroff. Now, do you guys agree with that? Yes or no? And don't be belittling my man Nick Kale. Don't be calling him any nasty names. That's my dude. I'm just letting you know what he said. I just didn't want to take credit for his original thought or idea. So I'm just putting that out there. And it's a good point. Do the Falcons really need back-to-back skill players? Do we really need Kyle Pitts? No, we don't need Kyle Pitts. We have much more pressing needs than a tight end. While he would be a matchup problem, yes, he would be a matchup problem. Would he give another great element to this offense? He sure would give another great element to this Atlanta Falcons offense. Could he be the second coming of Travis Kelce or Jimmy Graham when he was young and with the Saints? He sure could be the next coming of Travis Kelce or a young Jimmy Graham when he was with the Saints. But we don't need him. That's the point. We don't need him. What do we need? We need to shore up both sides of the trenches, which Nick Kale did make the point. That is how great teams are built. They are built from the inside out, not the outside in. You focus on the trenches first, then you get your skill players. And that's a fact. I agree with that wholeheartedly. You build your team, your football team, from the inside out. The game is won in the trenches, period. Why did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers give the Kansas City Chiefs so much fits? Because the Kansas City offensive line, trenches, was bad and busted. They were injured. Not because, their starters weren't bad. They were just hurt. But either way it goes, their trenches were bad on the offensive side of the football. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trenches on the defensive side, they were lit. They were getting after the Kansas City offensive line, their trenches on the offensive side, they were getting after them. So the defensive trenches were killing the offensive trenches. And look who won the game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won that game easily. Games are still won in the trenches. So, with that being said, do we need Kyle Pitts? No. We have more pressing needs. One of those needs is an offensive lineman. We need to get this offensive line back right. That's just a fact. Run game hasn't been able to be going. Yes, I know Todd Gurley had arthritic knees, and the offensive line looked good in some spots with Brian Hill, but that doesn't negate the fact that the offensive line still couldn't be better, because it can be. Penei Sewell can make that offensive line better right off the bat. Rashawn Slater, he could be a good guy as well. If the Falcons do trade back, or if they stay at 4, they could draft Penei Sewell. They could stick him either at right tackle, let him play a couple years at right tackle while Jake Mathews gets his last couple of years in at left tackle. Then we can make the old switcheroo. Maybe either draft a right tackle or just switch Jake Mathews and Penei Sewell, move Jake Mathews over to right as he gets older. Penei Sewell coming into his career, coming in the prime of his career, he can move over to left tackle, and we could rock that way. Move Caleb McGarry over to left guard or right guard or something like that. Chris Lissum stay in his right guard position. So yeah, move Caleb McGarry over to left guard. Matt Hennessy, let him rock at center like the plan is now, because obviously Alex Mack is now a San Francisco 49er. And our offensive line could be rebuilt and good to go just like that. And if we do that, I think either way it goes, we should draft a running back in the second round, because obviously Mike Davis is a short-term solution, not a long-term solution. And I think we should draft a long-term solution, because I haven't seen Quadre Allison do anything. Brian Hill's okay, but just a complimentary back. Ito Smith is good, but again, just a complimentary back. So I'm not sure what all we have at running back. I'm just ready to draft a new running back, someone who could really get in here, rush for 1,000 yards, because I've said it many, many times. The last time we had a 1,000-yard rusher, we were in the Super Bowl. And we haven't had an 1,000-yard rusher since. We get that, we could very well be back in the Super Bowl between Arthur Smith, Matt Ryan, Terry Fontenot, adding some more pieces, Julio Jones, a healthy Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. We can make this thing shake if we had a good running game. Okay? That play-action game is dangerous when it's running right, period. So, should we draft Penei Sewell or maybe trade back and get a later get an offensive lineman later on in the draft, maybe, just later in the top 10 or, top 15, like I said, Rashawn Slater. We do that, I'm definitely saying we need to go offensive lineman, either trade back into the first round and get Travis Etienne or Najee Harris, or in the second round, get Javonte Williams or Michael Carter or somebody like that. Y'all know I love me some Javonte Williams. But if we go Penei Sewell, I think we definitely go running back in the second round, or if we trade back into the first round, depending on if we trade back or not. But that would be the option for me if we go Penei Sewell at number 4 overall. Now, if we go Kyle Pitts, are we going to go back-to-back skill? And maybe we go corner or we go running back. But do y'all like going back-to-back skill player? Or would y'all rather see us address the trenches, go ahead and get Penei Sewell, protect Matt Ryan? I think since we did restructure his deal and the 49ers did trade up to the number 3 overall draft pick, they're going to get a quarterback. So if we want Justin Fields, is he going to be there? I'm not sure. The 49ers are definitely going quarterback. It's just a question of who. Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Zach Wilson probably going to the Jets. If it's not Zach Wilson, it's Justin Fields. And whoever it is between Zach Wilson and Justin Fields, they're probably going to the 49ers. That leaves Trey Lance, Mac Jones, somebody like that for us. But I don't know if we want to get somebody that high. Just don't know. I don't see it. If Justin Fields ain't there, if Zach Wilson ain't there, I don't see us going quarterback, period. That's just how I feel. But do you guys like Kyle Pitts at number 4, or do you want us to address the trenches? Do you or do you not want to see, or would you or would you not want to see back-to-back skill players drafted by the Atlanta Falcons with their first 2 picks in this year's NFL draft? So to grab this consensus, I either want to see hashtag Penei. That means you want to see Penei Sewell drafted number 4 overall, or you want to see them trade back and maybe draft a different offensive lineman with their first overall pick, whether that's at number 4 if they trade back, whether it's 12, 8, whatever. Or hashtag Pitts. That means you want to see Kyle Pitts with the number 4 overall draft pick. You want to see Kyle Pitts in an Atlanta Falcons uniform. Let me know. Give your consensus. I'm interested to see. And I just wanted to talk to you guys on this 404 day. Happy Easter to everybody as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You want to see Penei Sewell? Do you want to see offensive lineman, or do you want to see Kyle Pitts? Let me know what you think. Make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out the first link in my description box. That is a link to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel. Check out the second link in my description box as well. That is to subscribe to the Tough Cause podcast with me and girl SymoneWithTheSports, as she likes to say. And we are talking to your favorite former and current athletes, your favorite hosts, coaches, reporters, anchors, all that good stuff. Make sure you search Tough Calls in your search bar near the Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, or just click on the link in my description box below, for crying out loud. That's why it's there. But yeah, just to quickly recap, I don't know, are y'all giving Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot the benefit of the doubt? They go back-to-back skill players when obviously we need to address something in the trenches. Now, if they don't go defensive line or anything like that until like second, third round, I'm okay with that, because, with where we're drafting, that's too high for a quiddy pay. It's just too early for any of these defensive linemen that are out here. So we'll see. Maybe in the second round, you go Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest. I don't know, it still might be too high for him. I'm okay if you don't go defensive trenches, but it's definitely there for you to go offensive trenches as well, because there are 3 top 15 offensive linemen in this year's draft, I believe, with Penei Sewell, Rashawn Slater. I forget the other guy's name, but there you have it. So, should we address the trenches first, or are we going back-to-back skill players? Y'all let me know what you think, and until I talk to you guys next time, happy 404 day. Rep the A. Stay true to Atlanta. Peace. I pump faked you guys. Go Hawks as well. Great job by them since it is 404 day. Braves getting off to a bad start 0-3, but we got swept by the Phillies like 2 years ago and still in the division. I ain't that worried right now. Just 3 games in. Got a long way to go. 159 more to go. We'll be all right. Hawks, they're playing the Golden State Warriors. Shouts out to them. Go ahead and get another dub. Great win the other night to end the 8-game road trip. They're on track, doing well. Keep it up, Hawks. Happy 404 day. Now for real this time. Until I talk to y'all next time. Peace.